Vamos lá? Tudo bem, pessoal? Boa
How are
tarde.
you
Prazer estar
guys?
aqui com
Good
vocês.
afternoon. It's a
Espero que vocês gostem aí da
pleasure
nossa
to be here. I
palestra.
hope
Agradecer
you
o
like
Anderson
our
pela
talk.
parceria.
Would like
Um
Anderson.
pouquinho aqui. A gente vai se apresentar
We
rapidamente.
will present ourselves
Bom,
briefly.
eu sou o Thiago
I am Thiago
Desotti, eu sou o Head
Desotti. I
Comercial
am the
aqui da
commercial head
FEBRABAN
of
e eu
InfoBip,
cuido de toda a
and
estrutura
I take
financeira
care of
dos
the financial
clientes.
structure of the
Boa tarde,
customers.
pessoal.
Good
Anderson,
afternoon,
co-founder e
Anderson,
CEO do
co-founder and
clube.
CEO of the
É a
club.
primeira fintech de
The
consórcio
first
autorizada pelo Banco Central.
consortium
É um
fintech
prazer
authorized
dividir um
by the central
pouquinho o
bank.
que a gente
It's a
está
pleasure
fazendo e
to share a
principalmente
bit of what we're
a
doing, and
importância da
especially
IA.
the special
Isso
topic
aí.
of AI.
Bom, pessoal, fiquem até o final, a gente
Okay,
construiu um
stick around
painelzinho aqui, um
until
prêmio bacana
the
do
end. We
Alexa.
have an
No final vai ter
Alexa
um QR
at
Code,
the end.
tá
At the
imperdível.
end, there's a
Vou falar um pouquinho da
QR code
Infobip,
where I'm
vou
going to
passar
talk
a bola
about
para o Anderson, ele vai
InfoBip.
contar
I'm
uma
going to give the
parceria
word
e aí
to
a gente fala um
Anderson,
pouquinho do case.
and then we'll talk about the
Bom,
case.
para quem não conhece, a Infobip é uma
InfoBip is a
plataforma que a gente
platform
faz
of
sessões
millions
com
of
full
chats.
stack,
We have a full stack
omnicanal, e a
omni-channel,
gente é
and we are
especialista em construir
specialists
jornadas
in building
conversacionais em
conversational
qualquer canal que
journeys
você
in
queira.
any channel you
Então,
might
a
need.
gente vem com esse case bem
So
bacana com
we
as
come
inovações
with
do
this
WhatsApp,
very
e
nice
aí a gente vai
case,
falar um pouquinho
innovations
disso também.
of
Aqui
WhatsApp.
está um pouco dos nossos grandes
Here's a
números,
bit
tá? A
of
gente está
our
presente no mundo
numbers.
inteiro,
We are all around the
temos
world.
escritórios
We
aí
have
em mais de 75
we are
países,
present in over
grandes
75
logos.
countries,
E
big
falando do
logos.
mercado aqui
And talking
nacional,
about the
são
national
alguns dos nossos
market,
logos, como
here
vocês
are
podem
a
ver
few
ali no
of our
painel.
logos, as you can see in our panel.
Destaque especial para o pessoal do clube.
A special mention to
Estamos
the
com todos os
people in
grandes
the
bancos também,
club.
então a
We
gente
are at
tem
all of the big
know-how. A
banks.
gente está
That's
nesse
to say
mercado
we
desde
have
o
a
começo,
lot of
falando de
knowledge.
omnicanalidade.
We are since the beginning talking about
Como eu comentei,
omni-channels.
a gente foca
As I
muito nesse full
said,
stack
we
omnicanal.
focus
A gente tem essa
on the
plataforma completa com
omni-channel. We have
AI,
this complete
diversos
platform
casos de
with
uso
AI,
com os
several
grandes da
cases
indústria
with
financeira
the
e
big
sempre nessa
guys,
onda das
and we are always
tecnologias.
surfing
E o grande
the new
foco hoje
technologies.
para a palestra é trazer um pouco de AI,
And the great
falando dessa
focus is
questão
to
conversacional e também
talk
trazendo
about this
novidades para o canal,
conversation and
especificamente de WhatsApp. Como a gente
specifically
ajudou eles, né, a ter um
regarding
excelente
WhatsApp.
aí aumento na conversão de vendas com essa
We have
tecnologia. Eu vou entrar um
helped a lot
pouquinho
of
no
people
tema
in
de AI
conversion. I'm
generativo,
going to talk
que a gente
about
está super
generative
em alta, é um
AI, which
hype
is the
de alguns anos aí no
hype for
Brasil,
a few
mas
years in
aliado à
FEBRABAN.
parte de experiências
With
conversacionais. É onde a
conversational
gente está tendo esse
experiences is
ganho
where we
gigante aqui. Então
have
a
this
gente vê que
big
tem
gain.
duas mega tendências hoje
There are
que
two big
elas
trends
convergem,
today that
que é
converge.
justamente essa parte de AI generativa,
This is
que é
the
muito
generative
importante
part, which is very
começar
important
pequeno,
to think
pivotar,
small
porque
and
todo mundo fala
pivot.
de AI, é um
Everybody
tema
talk about
extremamente
AI.
complexo
This is a
e não
very
dá para você da noite
complex
para o dia
topic.
querer
You
colocar
cannot
AI em tudo.
want
Então,
to put
o Anderson vai
AI
comentar um
everywhere
pouco.
overnight.
A gente criou esse case step by step
We
e hoje eles estão
created
super
this case
evoluídos com
step by
isso.
step.
E a gente vem com esse crescimento, né? Cada vez mais as pessoas estão no conversacional,
People
as pessoas
are
querem
in
estar
the
ali, dificilmente alguém
conversational
liga,
forum.
ou enfim.
People,
É muito mais ágil você estar ali, você tem essa
it's
operação 24/7
important. You
escalável.
have this
Então
scalable
isso se
24/7
converge.
operation, and this
E aí a
really
gente vem com uma
converges.
palavra muito forte que é
And we
hiperpersonalização.
have this
Não
hyper
adianta você fazer uma
personalization.
jornada conversacional sem entender o seu cliente e sem trazer essa
Without
personalização. Você não
understanding
vai
your
conseguir
client,
seguir no
without
fluxo
bringing
ali
this personalization, you
com o
won't be
cliente
able to
final e
follow
chegar no seu
the
objetivo.
flow with your
Então a gente
final
fala que essa
customer.
transformação de
We say that
CX
this
está
CX
destacada ali
transformation, which is
através
highlighted
dessas
there,
experiências conversacionais.
through
E aí, claro, aqui a gente está trazendo o WhatsApp, que é o canal mais usado, mas isso pode ser
which
aplicado
is
a
the
qualquer
most
canal,
used
é o caminho.
channel. This
Tá?
is the way
Então é uma
forward.
tendência que a gente vê
This
muito
is a
grande.
trend,
E
very
eu vou
big
passar a bola
trend.
agora para o Anderson contar um pouco do case, como a gente aplicou isso na realidade
How we
deles,
applied this
como a gente
in
construiu
our
essa
reality,
parceria de
how
sucesso
we built
e
this
o que a gente vem
successful
fazendo ao longo
partnership,
desses anos aí.
and what we have been doing along these years.
Obrigado, Thiago. Bom, pessoal, como eu falei, o clube é a primeira fintech de
The
consórcio
club is
autorizada
the
pelo Banco Central.
first
E
fintech
quando a
authorized by the
gente
central bank,
pensou em
and when we
fazer
thought
essa
about
startup,
doing this
o nosso
startup,
objetivo principal
our main
era
goal
vender
was
online.
to sell
E é um
online.
produto, consórcio é um produto
This is
extremamente consultivo.
extremely
A indústria ela é
consultative
intermediada e a nossa ideia
intermediary
era
industry.
como
Our
que eu vou fazer
idea
para
was
desintermediar.
how
E ela
to
começava,
intermediate.
obviamente, por uma
And of
compra
course,
online,
it
um UX
began
superior
through an
do
online
que os incumbentes fazem,
purchase,
transparência total,
total
precificação
transparency,
simples e justa,
simple and fair
mas aí o problema
precification.
era como
But the
fazer.
problem was how
E
to do it.
uma delas, né, um dos problemas era achar uma empresa
One of the
que
problems was to find
topasse
a company
pegar uma
who would
startup
agreed to take a startup
nessa
and
jornada
embark on
juntos.
this
E
journey
eles, a
together.
Infobip veio com a gente. Isso é muito
Infobip came
legal.
with us,
E aí a gente demonstra o que a gente está
and we
fazendo pela
demonstrate
nossa
what we
reputação.
are
A nossa
doing.
nota do Reclame Aqui é
The idea
9.4
here is to show
das
this
administradoras de
idea
consórcio, é
9.4 of
a
the
melhor nota.
consortium
Então,
administrator. That's
mostra que
the
mesmo
best
online,
grade.
com
So we
chatbot,
show
com
that
IA, a gente
even
está fazendo
online with
algo muito
chatbots and
diferente.
AI,
Então, isso
we
é
are
um
doing
double
something
check do que a
completely
gente vem
different.
fazendo.
This is a double check
Um
of
outro
what we're
objetivo que a
doing.
gente tinha
Another objective
era,
we
por ser
had
uma indústria
was because of
mais
for
old
being
school,
a more old
a gente
school
vender online seria
industry,
também um
to
desafio.
sell online would also be
E a gente queria
a
também
challenge.
engajar a
We
geração
wanted
Z
also
e
to
millennial,
engage the
né?
Z
Que é
and
essa galera
millennial
que compra mais
generation,
online.
which is the people
E a
who
gente
buy
conseguiu.
more
Aquele
online, and
gráfico
we
ali
did
mostra
it.
isso, né?
This graph
Se a gente
shows that.
pensar,
If we
a
think
gente
about it,
chama membro e não
we
consorciado.
call them
Dos
member, not
nossos membros,
consortium. And from our
51% dos
members,
membros ativos
51% of the active
têm até
members
35 anos.
are
E quando a gente olha a indústria,
35
29.
less.
37 de 35 a 50 contra 47 e acima de 50 anos 12%
More than
contra
50
25.
years
Então,
old,
a gente está
20
mostrando que
against
realmente aquilo que a
25.
gente queria fazer, se propôs a fazer, a gente está entregando.
We are
Outra
really
coisa
delivering what
importante,
we're
quando a
doing.
indústria ela é
Another
intermediada,
important thing is when the
o vendedor não
industry is
sai de casa para
intermediated,
vender tickets de
the
R$ 1.000, por
seller
exemplo, de
doesn't
celular.
go
Ele
out
prefere
of his
vender
house
tickets mais altos,
to sell
porque ele tem incentivado para
$1,000
isso.
tickets. He
Esse é
prefers a
outro
higher
problema que a
ticket
gente enfrentava,
because
ou pelo menos
he's
achava que
incentivized for
enfrentava.
that.
E no final das contas, nosso portfólio
And
a
at
gente
the
tem
end,
créditos
we
vai
have
de R$ 1.000
credits that
a
go
R$ 400
from
mil
1,000 to
para
400,000
todo o
reais
portfólio.
for
A
all
gente
of our
vende consórcio
portfolio.
de
We
celular, viagem,
sell
moto,
cell phones,
automóvel e imóvel. E a
real
gente só
estate.
conseguiu
We
fazer
sell
isso por conta da
motorcycles, and we
tecnologia
did
e
it
por
because
conta
of
de
technology
IA.
and because of AI.
Prazos. A gente tem prazo de 24 a 240 meses e mensalidades
And we
de celular
have
a partir de 40
cell phone installments
reais.
up
Então,
from
isso
40 reais
mostra
on.
que aquilo que a gente queria fazer algo desintermediado, com uma experiência
This
UAU
shows
e
we wanted to
online,
do
a gente está
something with
conseguindo.
an online experience, and
Como eu
we are
falei,
able to
a
do
gente
it.
precisava
As I
ter
said,
parceiro
we had
que
to have a
topasse
partner who
essa até
would
então loucura. E a gente
really
conseguiu. Então a Infobip
do
está com a
that,
gente
and we
desde
were able
21.
to do it
Isso é muito bacana. Lá nos
since
primórdios, né, a
2021.
gente picando pedra. E
At the
agora, quando a
beginning,
gente olha para trás,
when we
juntos
look
nós
back,
crescemos desde que começamos 30 vezes.
we
O
grew
clube hoje é uma realidade
30-fold.
e a Infobip tem papel fundamental nisso.
Infobip has a crucial role in that.
Trazendo um pouco de resultado que a gente construiu junto.
In the results that we built together, a few things grow to digits in such a short time. So we hyper-personalize that journey by taking sales flows and having a new PIX technology in WhatsApp. So as opposed to having the QR code in the message, we had a new feature in the template with a copy and paste function. But also for payment slips, we had an increase of 20% in conversion rates. When that comes to users, we were also offering different results. And that was thanks to the partnership of the deep dive together, understanding their operations, and also with hyper-personalization and understanding what users need and bringing that over to reality. It's less tech and more culture. The mistakes, trial and error, but that's part of the culture. Today, our chatbots impact more than 300,000 people every month who are looking for a consortium or a pool, and that's relevant. And those 300,000 people who are looking for this generate 4,000 chats with chatbots. So we do not have humans, we have robots. And I'll show you the name in a short while. How was that possible? We have our product stack with omni-channels and high availability by placing them at the top of the waves of novelties. There are lots of new things coming. They will be the new unicorn in short. And we are working together with technology and being able to operate together with users at the center.
Vale ressaltar.
And it's worth highlighting that the club first is omnichannel, Clube. We serve clients and members in each channel 24/7 thanks to Infobip. helping us. The high availability, and one of the things that InfoBip brought us is that when you are small, you do not receive that much attention. That's close to everything we have of new in the market. When we want to talk to Meta, to Google, we always test something in the club, and that's offering agility to everyone. AI created Chris. Chris is the nice girl on the upper right corner. She is our agent, our artificial intelligence. And today we have more than 50 girls in the club. So at the moment we have Chris servicing, answering phone calls, working with customer service while we speak about her. Now, looking at the process, today in sales, we have Chris or Christine operating as a co-pilot in qualification and as full sales. The customer wants to buy a car, for example. They go to our landing page, they can buy it, and if they have questions, the co-pilot Christine is there to help him. The co-pilot only helps the sale, and even so, if they do not buy something sometime after, WhatsApp Chris sends a message to the client. And she tries to qualify the customer or sell something to him. If she can't do either of them, it's okay. She transfers to the human person and he or she tries to sell something. If the lead understands that they want to buy, they can allocate that plan. So it plays a role of co-pilot. She qualifies or sells. But when? Well, that's actually at nighttime. But if the person buys something and regrets it, no problem. There is another Chris with a different goal, which is the goal of servicing customers. Just for you to have an idea regarding customer service, we have more or less 50,000 active clients. 25,000 of them through a month actually go through our post-sales channel for questions, etc. 100% of them are serviced by Christine. And the solution index in the first talk is 75%. So our first call resolution is 75%, 24/7. For current numbers, I would have to have 50 plus people in the office if I did not have Christine. She is the queen of our club. And what about retention? When I want to cancel something, no problem. She has the goal of retaining with an annual journey. And sometimes humans in retention try to do as much as possible to try and retain the client. Christine understands, and if that's truly necessary, she cancels whatever was bought. And she actually pays the client back. There is not one person doing that, no single person. Christine does that. We have more than 40 agents working with that, AI clients. And we have the concept of having an AI agent. So each of those agents uses that concept as a base, solving each part of the operation. And we have an example now of that automation part of a bot, one of their journeys, which is going to illustrate that quite nicely. And credit and invoicing is also done by a robot. 40% of anything that goes to credit and we pay, for example, it's a robot, it's not a human. But do you have people? Yes, we do. In second level, omnichannel. The client is at the core of everything we do. So if they are not satisfied with Christine, a human can help him or her. But that's not 24/7. And it's not customized or standardized. Before moving on to the products, it's nice for me to tell you that it's not just chat. Christine is not just servicing clients using WhatsApp. If you call her, she'll answer the phone. So, with InfoBip, we created something in the chatbot, and you says, call me because I have questions. And then she's going to call you 24/7. It's a voice call, and she's going to service you and retain you and solve your problem. That's a Klubi product in which we have a Lego with 6 foreign startups where one captures voice, the other transcribes the audio, goes to the LLM, whether any LLM that's agnostic. With another startup, we orchestrate that. We understand the tone of voice depending on the region of the country. And we have a response orchestrating all of that. And you'll see an example. It's going to be super fast because with the QR code, you can see that calmly. Let's play the video. That's the bot. We have AI behind it. It's a conversational bot. We have a challenge and a vehicle pool. You have pictures, data, and the AI adapts itself to the answers by offering the best thing to the user. You will not be able to see the entire video, it's more than a minute, but this is for you to have an idea on how it operates. But look at that. At that moment, the client said, okay, just calm down. And in that case, she is qualifying the car and trying to assemble an offer. That's why she asks about the income and the car. She creates context and delivers offers to him or her from the consortium with the data the client provided. We're trying to sell something in this case, and then the client sends an audio or a recording. She understands the recording. And then let's say that the client wants to finance something. Christine tries to create something easier for that. And the lead still has questions and wants to pay. She issues the instant type of payment, but the client received it and still has questions. And he asks for a phone call, and Christine calls him. That is 24/7.
E agora, a gente vai montar para você
Now we'll show you
exemplo da Cris,
an example of Chris calling a client. What did we do? Since this is very long, for you to have the context, we used a real-life example, and Christine's voice, we accelerated it, so it's going to sound not nice, but the QR code is something you can check.
Oi, Jorge, tudo bem?
Tudo bem.
Que bom ouvir isso. Eu me chamo Cris, falo em nome do Clube Localiza. O motivo do meu contato é para saber um pouquinho melhor sobre seu interesse em adquirir um veículo. Você ainda está buscando um Fiat Mobi?
Na realidade, eu preciso de um carro utilitário.
Entendo, Jorge. Você já tem algum carro em mente ou está aberto para sugestões? Quero entender melhor para ajudar você da maneira mais legal possível. Como isso soa para você?
Não entendi.
Desculpa, Jorge. Acho que me expressei de forma confusa. Você comentou que precisa de um carro utilitário, certo?
Sim.
Pode me contar um pouco mais sobre o que você busca nesse utilitário? Isso vai ajudar bastante para que eu te apresente as melhores opções dentro do consórcio clube.
Certo. Eu preciso de um carro utilitário pela maneira de meu trabalho. Eu trabalho com construção civil, primeiramente, e também tenho uma lojinha de um bazar que eu trabalho com móveis usados. Eu compro e revendo,
Entendo.
entendeu? Eu preciso de um carro.
Entendi, Jorge. Entendi direitinho, Jorge. Você precisa de um carro utilitário para trabalhar com construção civil. E também...
Pessoal, eu vou ter que parar aqui.
I'll have to stop it.
Podem falar com a gente.
But then you can talk to us afterwards, and then you also have the QR code that happens all the time in that volume. That was our problem. How can we be assertive during a sale that's so difficult, such as buying a car or a house? And many people ask me, how do you do that? Is it tech? Of course, it's technology. But for me, it's just the means. What we work with is data-driven culture and customer-centric offers. It's not just about technology, it's about culture. Everyone in Klubi thinks about Christine. We think about the customer. All of us are organized around AI management. I have an HR network, and AI network. I have a sales coordinator and a sales AI coordinator. So we all have a boss, a human boss. And sometimes we have Christine's boss.
Outra coisa bacana, assim.
One other cool thing is that the tech team and integrated operations team have full autonomy to do whatever they want.
Posso seguir com os resultados. E aí, gente, o que a gente trouxe, né, de resultados?
So what are the results we have here? 94% of sales have no human interaction, which is very difficult in certain operations. 6 times more conversion in 18 months, which is an incredible result. 75%, as you said, of first call resolution with no humans. 40% of credit analysis have no human intervention. And when we think about credit, that's a very complex product. It's a high number. And they have an incredible NPS.
E ROI, CAC, etc. Né? Então, quando a gente olha para isso,
so when we look at that, 50% less of acquisition cost compared to the average in the market with humans, operation costs, etc. So that's very nice. And also the 24/7 operations, which are fully scalable. That was not easy in the beginning. We understood that fast. We had quick mistakes, but we actually solved them, and then we have something scalable to speak about AI. Test it quickly, solve it quickly, and then test the model we need for your operation. That's it. Thank you. Should you have questions, we'll be down there to talk to you. Thanks very much. Thanks for your time. You'll see 2 QR codes, and where you see info beep, scan it. And we'll raffle.
A Thaís do marketing está aqui. A gente vai dar de presente aí para quem for o melhor no quiz, uma Alexa Echo Show.
An Echo Show 8 Alexa. It's a 3-question quiz. Let's see who answers soon or who was paying attention.
Vai levar o prêmio, tá? São 4 questões, ela já está me
4 questions.
Então, escaneia, passa os dados de vocês.
Scan it, offer your data. 4 questions, you'll have an external link. You fill it in, and you have the agent in the other RQ for you to test voice, etc. We have an agent that focuses on mobile phone sales. We'll be down here. If you want to come and talk to us, just feel free, okay? Thank you.